My dear, you love your dog deeply. You cherish every wag, every gentle sigh. Their presence enriches your life profoundly. Yet some daily actions born of love might inadvertently hurt your dog's feelings. Have you ever wondered, am I doing enough? Or noticed your dog withdrawn? This conversation is for you. Dogs possess emotional intelligence like a 2-year-old child. They feel joy, fear, sadness, even jealousy. We often miss their silent pleas. Today, we'll uncover simple shifts. These aren't about blame, they're about understanding. We'll deepen that precious connection, transforming ordinary moments. Recognizing their deepest needs brings more happiness and companionship into both your lives. First, let's build a foundation of comfort. This simple act speaks volumes. Before your kettle sings, or after your tea, think of a small space your dog truly loves. A quiet corner, a sunbeam, or next to your chair. Go there. Place their favorite blanket, a beloved soft toy. This creates an instant safe haven. It's their sanctuary, a place of peace. This mindful act boosts their comfort. It's a daily reminder this space is unequivocally theirs. This 1-minute win touches their heart deeply. Have you noticed their happy sigh? Now, let's discuss everyday actions that unintentionally hurt your dog's heart. First, the yelling trap. Why it matters? A dog's ears are incredibly sensitive, far more than ours. Imagine someone yelling directly at you while you enjoy your coffee. You'd feel scared, confused, even humiliated. That's a dog's experience. A loud, angry voice isn't just noise. It's a terrifying boom, a sonic assault. It traumatizes, it doesn't teach. It creates fear, not understanding. Yelling floods their bodies with cortisol, a stress hormone. It signals danger, making their trusted humans seem unpredictable. This breaks down hard-built trust. They don't grasp words. They absorb intensity, anger, and fear. They cringe, they retreat, not understanding their mistake. They fear your reaction. Do you ever raise your voice? Sarah and her poodle mix, Pip, showed this. Pip chewed slippers. Sarah yelled, Pip, no. Pip would cower, sometimes urinate, then chew more when Sarah was gone. Yelling didn't stop the behavior. It fueled a fearful, anxious cycle. Sarah thought she taught right from wrong. Pip learned Sarah's presence could be scary. After joining our circle, Sarah changed. She saw Pip had unmet chewing needs, not bad behavior. She shifted to a calm, consistent no. Then she redirected Pip to an appropriate toy. Positive reinforcement, praising good choices, followed. Pip stopped chewing slippers. More importantly, she trusted Sarah again. Her tail wagged freely, no longer tucked in fear. This builds emotional safety beyond just stopping a behavior. What to do? Lower your voice by half a tone. Use a calm, reassuring voice. Reward good behavior. Avoid punishing mistakes. A calm, happy tone builds trust. Their tail will keep wagging. Feeling frustrated? Take a deep breath. Use a calm power formulation on yourself. I am awake. Rest is still restorative. I'll breathe, go dim. Apply this calm energy to your dog. Slow is cheap. Rushed is expensive for training and trust. Here's the secret sentence. Calm voice, clear choice. This turns tense moments into teaching moments. Next up, inconsistent rules. Why it matters. Dogs crave routine. Predictability makes them feel secure. They are pack animals, needing clear guidance, stable structure. Imagine your boss changing rules daily, or your coffee shop charging different prices. It's confusing, right? Now multiply that confusion when you don't speak the same language. One day the couch is fine. The next, it's off limits with a sudden off. No clear reason, no consistent signal. This creates profound anxiety. They feel insecure, unsure of their place. They don't understand why they're suddenly in trouble. This isn't stubbornness. It's deep confusion, a feeling of being misunderstood. Their sense of safety relies on knowing what to expect. Do your rules sometimes bend? My neighbor, Carol, struggled with Buster, her energetic beagle. One day, Buster was allowed on the bed. The next, he was scolded for jumping. One week, he greeted visitors. The next, he was crated when the doorbell rang. Buster became a bundle of nerves. He paced constantly, sometimes nipped Carol's heels. He was unsure of expectations. Carol felt frustrated thinking Buster misbehaved. We discussed consistency. Carol set clear, non-negotiable rules. Buster could only be on the couch when invited after a walk. He would always go to his mat when the doorbell rang, then greet visitors calmly. It wasn't easy at first, but Carol stuck with it. She gave Buster a clear, small yes. I can't let you jump on the bed, but I can offer a snuggle on your dog bed with me. The transformation was remarkable. Buster visibly relaxed. His pacing stopped. He became a more confident, happier dog. He finally understood his boundaries, knew what to expect. What to do? Set clear, simple rules. Stick to them every single time. Consistency creates a confident, secure pup. If the couch is off limits, it's always off limits. If they get a treat for sitting, they get it every time. Use simple, direct language and gestures. Consistency is their comfort, their emotional anchor. Remember the power of one clear command, one steady outcome. This prevents confusion. Consider ignoring their subtle body language. Why it matters. Dogs are masters at reading body language. They pick up subtle shifts, your posture, your breath, shoulder tension. They constantly try to understand you. Yet we often miss their nuanced signals. A yawn when not sleepy, a quick lip lick, a turning head, a stiff tail, flattened ears, these are not random. These are silent pleas for space. Signs of stress, a gentle no thank you, or an urgent I'm uncomfortable. We think they're aloof, stubborn, or just being a dog. But they communicate with every fiber. When we miss these cues, they feel unheard, misunderstood, unloved. It's like someone talking over you. Their emotional well-being depends on our acknowledgement. This repeated ignoring causes chronic stress. It impacts their health and happiness. Their vagus nerve, regulating rest and digest, stays on alert. This leads to low-level anxiety. Have you ever missed a subtle sign? My friend Margaret used to joke her terrier, Daisy, was such a grump. Daisy often turned her head away when Margaret tried to hug or kiss her. Margaret, thinking Daisy temperamental, would try harder. Daisy sometimes snapped or growled softly. Margaret learned about canine body language. She realized Daisy's head turns and stiff posture were classic signs of discomfort, a polite request for space. Daisy wasn't grumpy. She was saying, "Please, not right now." Margaret started observing Daisy closely. When Daisy offered a relaxed lean, Margaret reciprocated with gentle pets on the chest. When Daisy turned her head, Margaret respected it. "Okay, not now, sweetie." The growling stopped. Daisy, finally feeling heard, became more affectionate on her own terms. She sought out Margaret for cuddles. Margaret saw Daisy as a clear communicator, not grumpy. What to do? Become a detective of delight. Observe emotional cues. Take 1 minute daily to truly watch your dog without interacting. What do their ears tell you? Their tail? Their eyes? Learn their signs of discomfort, fear, stress, and joy. Giving them space when requested tells them, "I understand you. I respect your feelings." This builds deep trust and security. This is not vanity. It's freedom work for both of you. It frees your dog from escalating communication to be heard. Do this next. If you see signs of unease, remember, my top concern today is their comfort. What space can I give? Then there's a lack of mental and physical stimulation. Why it matters. A bored dog is an anxious dog. A stressed dog is often destructive. Like us, dogs need purpose, engagement, outlets for natural instincts. Imagine being confined daily. No books, no puzzles, no conversations. How would you feel? Restless, frustrated, perhaps depressed. Without enough appropriate exercise or mental puzzles, dogs become deeply anxious. They act out, often destructively. This isn't naughtiness. It's a cry for engagement. A desperate attempt to burn pent-up energy, mental frustration. It's cabin fever of the heart, leading to chewed furniture, excessive barking, digging. Their brains need to work. Their bodies need to move. Does your dog seem restless even after a walk? Take Martha, for example, her sweet but perpetually restless golden retriever, Buddy. Buddy had a lovely backyard but mostly lounged there. Martha, busy gardening, assumed the yard was enough, but Buddy started chewing her antique coffee table. He developed an annoying habit of barking incessantly at squirrels. Martha was at her wit's end. We discussed how a dog's job involves mental engagement, not just physical activity. Martha started hiding treats around the house. She turned Buddy's mealtime into a scavenger hunt. She invested in a simple puzzle toy. Even more, instead of just letting him out, she started 2 short, sniff-filled walks daily. She allowed him to explore with his nose, which is incredibly stimulating. When she came home, she'd often offer a sink smile, a brief moment of quiet connection while doing dishes, a soothing end to an active period. The destruction stopped, the barking lessened. Buddy was finally a fulfilled dog, not just a walked one. Martha realized her top concern was understanding Buddy's needs. What to do? Schedule joy like it matters. Daily walks, a spirited game of fetch, or 10 minutes of focused playtime. Even 10 minutes fully present is profoundly enriching. It builds confidence, strengthens your bond, keeps their mind sharp. If walking is too much on a tired day, do 10 heel raises at the sink. Give them your full, loving attention for that short burst. Engage them with a shoe test. Let them guide your pace on a walk. If they sniff extensively, let them. That's their mental newspaper. Physical activity and mental challenges keep them happy, healthy, and emotionally robust. Remember to prioritize their needs with, "My top concern today is their enrichment." What simple joy can I offer? Let's be honest about the no pet zone mistake. Why it matters: we shower dogs with affection, often reaching directly for their heads to pat or scratch. It's a natural human gesture. However, many dogs, perhaps surprisingly, don't enjoy head pats, especially from strangers or sometimes even closest humans. Think from their perspective. A hand coming down from above feels threatening. It's invasive. It often blocks vision. It can trigger a primal flinch. It can feel like a dominant gesture, an imposition, not love. They might tolerate it because they love you. They don't want to displease you, but it doesn't build trust. It makes them uneasy, leading to subtle stress signals: lip licking, ear flattening, head turning. This isn't them being difficult, they're being clear. Do you often reach for their head first? My friend David, a kind man, adopted Willow, a timid rescue greyhound. David, wanting to show affection, often reached over Willow's head to pat her. Willow always flinched, sometimes ducking away. David felt rejected. "I just want to give her some love." We talked about Willow's past. Head pats might feel intimidating. David tried a different approach. Instead of reaching over, he crouched down. He offered a hand for Willow to sniff. Then he gently scratched her chest or behind her ears, moving towards her shoulder. If Willow leaned in, he continued. If she pulled back, he respected her boundary. He even started using a simple wallet card for visitors. It showed them how to interact with Willow, helping her feel safer. The transformation was slow but profound. Willow began to lean into David's touch, sometimes nudging his hand for more. She wasn't rejecting his love. She was asking for it in a safe way. What to do? Focus on areas dogs generally enjoy. The chest, under the chin, along the shoulders, base of the tail. These are less threatening, more inviting. Pay close attention to their reactions. Do they lean into your touch? Do their eyes soften, a relaxed sigh? Great. If they pull back, stiffen, yawn, or lick their lips, respect that. Pull your hand away gently. Try again later or in a different spot. This simple change, respecting their space, strengthens your bond. It shows them you understand and honor their comfort. It's a fundamental act of respect. Remember, consent comes first. Comfort follows. Finally, let's talk about dismissing separation anxiety. Why it matters: dogs are deeply social, pack animals. Being left alone feels like abandonment, especially if prolonged or without preparation. This isn't manipulation. It's genuine distress, a profound sense of isolation and vulnerability. Over 50% of dogs experience loneliness or separation distress. Like us, dogs feel the crushing impact of isolation. It's not just a passing feeling. It manifests as excessive barking, whining, destructive chewing of doors or furniture, frantic pacing, accidents in the house from an otherwise house-trained dog. This isn't typical look-at-me behavior. This is different. It's a bark laced with anxiety. A desperate need for reassurance, a longing for connection. It activates their deepest fears. In the wild, a wolf separated from its pack paces. Driven by anxiety, a primal need to reunite, your domesticated dog might pace similarly. Driven by loneliness, they try to navigate a world that feels too quiet, too empty. Does your heart ache when you leave them? Last spring, Betty's little terrier, Max, started pacing. He whined incessantly, chewed the doorframe every time she left for her book club. Betty felt terrible. She rushed home, her heart aching. We realized Max felt severe separation distress. Betty started a calm departure routine. She used a sticky note on ID approach to remember her plan. Instead of a dramatic goodbye, she gave Max a special, high-value chew toy. A Kong filled with frozen peanut butter only when she left. She started leaving him for 5 minutes, then 10, building up slowly. She'd quietly say, "Okay, Max, I'll be back," then calmly walk out, no big fanfare. For her own anxiety, she reminded herself, "Thank you for waiting. Max is safe and learning." When she returned, she waited for him to be calm before greeting him. She even put a nightlight path down to help him feel secure if he roamed in the dark. Now, when Betty leaves, Max gets his treat. He settles down, anticipating her calm return. One change, big piece for both. Betty even carries a wallet card with emergency numbers and Max's vet info. She found saying, "May I pre-board for extra time?" reminded her to plan for Max's transition. What to do? Create a calm departure routine. Give them a special chew toy or puzzle only when you leave. Gradually increase the time away, starting with minutes. You can't always avoid leaving them, but you can prepare them. Make departures less stressful, more predictable. Before leaving, give a calm, quiet goodbye, no big fanfare or emotional dramatics. This inadvertently heightens anxiety. This helps them feel safe and secure. They know you'll return. Dogs crave connection. Mindful departures reduce cortisol for both of you. Remember to tell yourself, one calm exit, one peaceful return. This sets the tone for both. But let's explore a couple more subtle ways we might inadvertently cause our cherished companions distress. Ignoring the signs of aging. Why it matters. As our dogs age, like us, their bodies change. They might develop arthritis. Their eyesight dims, hearing fades, energy levels decrease. Often, we expect them to keep up. Same routines, same puppy antics. An older dog slows down, struggles to jump on the couch, seems to ignore commands. This is not defiance or stubbornness. It could be pain, confusion, or exhaustion. Pushing them beyond their comfort zone hurts. Not noticing diminished senses causes physical and emotional distress. It makes them feel less capable, less understood. Potentially fearful of activities they once loved. They might pace or become agitated at night because they can't see or hear well, or because their joints ache. Does your senior dog seem less enthusiastic lately? Listen, sweetheart, I know how heartbreaking it is. My beautiful lab Daisy, in her younger years, she'd sprint, fetch for hours. As she approached 12, I noticed her lag on walks, sometimes whimpering getting up. My initial thought was, oh, she's just lazy. But I paid closer attention. I gave her the shoe test, walking at her pace, not mine. If she sniffed grass for 5 minutes, I let her. I started saying, my top concern today is Daisy's comfort. I took her to the vet. We discovered early arthritis. With medication and a slower pace, Daisy regained her sparkle. She wasn't lazy. She was in pain, trying to tell me. Understanding her slowing down wasn't a choice, but a physical reality made all the difference. She needed softer beds, ramps instead of stairs, shorter, more frequent walks. Ignoring these changes hurts their dignity and comfort. What to do? Be observant of age-related changes. A sticky note on ID reminder can help you check daily. Provide orthopedic beds, ramps, or steps. Help them access favorite spots. Adjust walk lengths and intensity. Be patient with slower responses. Consult your vet about pain management. Extra care for aging bodies shows immense love and understanding. It allows them to age gracefully, feeling secure and cherished. When at the vet, ask, my top concern today is, what are my options? When do we follow up? This ensures thorough care. Finally, lack of appropriate socialization or too much too soon. Why it matters. Dogs are social creatures. But social doesn't mean loves every dog and human. Proper socialization, especially as puppies, teaches them how to navigate the world confidently. Without it, or with overwhelming negative experiences, they become fearful, anxious, or even reactive towards other dogs, people, or new environments. Dragging a fearful dog into a crowded park doesn't help. Forcing interaction with an overzealous relative traumatizes. It teaches them the world is scary, that you, their protector, aren't listening. Their internal stress system goes into overdrive, releasing adrenaline, preparing them for fight or flight. Does your dog seem overwhelmed by new situations? My friend Clara had a small Chihuahua, Tiny. He was terrified of other dogs. Clara, trying to be a good dog owner, scooped Tiny up. She tried to force him to socialize at the dog park, holding him out towards bigger, boisterous dogs. Tiny would tremble, sometimes yelp. It was heartbreaking to watch. I suggested a different approach. Instead of forcing interaction, we focused on *positive exposure from a distance *. Clara took Tiny to a quiet park. They sat on a bench. They simply observed other dogs from afar, at a distance where Tiny felt comfortable. When Tiny saw a dog and didn't react, Clara quietly praised him. She gave him a high-value treat. They gradually decreased the distance over weeks, always allowing Tiny to dictate the pace. We also worked on Clara's calm power formulations, reminding her slow is cheap, rushed is expensive. The change was incredible. Tiny learned other dogs weren't always a threat. He never became a dog park dog, and that was okay. He learned to exist peacefully around other dogs, gaining immense confidence. What to do? Focus on quality over quantity for socialization. If your dog is fearful, seek guidance from a certified professional. Expose them to new sights, sounds, and people. in a controlled, positive, non-overwhelming way. Respect their boundaries. If they're pulling away or showing stress, remove them. You are their advocate, their safe haven. Teach them new experiences can be good, not terrifying. Remember this rule of thumb for encounters. Observe their comfort, prioritize their peace. Let's quickly recap these crucial points. Make your dog's space safe and sacred. Practice small, mindful acts of joy and understanding daily. Schedule understanding and empathy. It profoundly matters to your beloved companion's heart. Lower your voice. Set clear rules. Observe their subtle pleas. Provide mental stimulation. Respect physical boundaries. Understand their anxiety when you leave. Every action builds a bridge of trust. Which 2 habits start today for you and your beloved companion? Drop a comment below, I'd love to hear it. Share your insights, your aha moments. Your dog gives endless, unconditional love. A loyalty asking for so little, offering so much. Let's return that love in ways they truly understand and cherish. I'm cheering for you, my dear. This is not vanity, it's freedom work for both of you. It liberates your dog to be their happiest, most confident self. It enriches your own life with an even deeper, more joyful connection.